What's going on, everyone? Alex Hart here. Welcome to Wake Up with Baseball. Today, it's that time. We're going to do the April 21st MLB games. We got 15 of them. One of them, 2 innings, really. It's Earth Day, so if you didn't know that, go out there, pick up some garbage, love your Earth a little bit. Even though we should do it every day, today is that special extra day to do it. That's pretty much it. We're going to jump into it because lots of games, lots of stuff. I didn't get a lot of baseball in myself yesterday, but at the same time, we have to go over and review these games, right? Like, no choice whatsoever. Oh, what a misclick. We got to start things off with the top here. The Phillies 6, Giants 5. Wow, was it close. The Phillies really almost didn't get this win at all. They came back bottom of the ninth here with a walk-off. They were tied, and going into the 7th, they gave up 4 runs here. And I was starting to get some concerns here that the Phillies bullpen was back because it was almost back-to-back nights with big innings given up to the Giants. And the Giants got to be a little bit excited. They've gotten a little bit of offense going. Mainly it's been a couple big innings, but on the other side, Ruff hit his 3rd home run of the season for the Phillies. Moniak hits 1, and Harper hits his 4th. Eflin goes 6 innings, 1 earned run, so that's pretty good. He's having a great start to the season, really, and Kinsler blows the lead for them when he comes in there. Disclafani has pretty okay start. He only goes 4 innings pitched here. He only pitched 68 pitches, so not too great. He's not even tagged with a loss, so it's a bullpen loss for them. Giants lose this one, and the Phillies obviously win. Moving on, we got Marlins 3, Orioles 0. And how many times is it just like these shutout games that the Marlins are involved on? And I think it's nuts. We got no home runs here, and it's really just 1 inning where the Marlins put it all together. They're 9 hits all together, but they get it done. Jazz Chisholm, as we see, he's at the top of the lineup now. He was my guy to watch all season long for the Marlins. If you watch that video at the beginning of the season, so far his blue hair has not disappointed at all. Aguilar hits the 2 RBIs that needed to get this one done. Rogers goes 7 innings pitched, 8 Ks. He's now 2-1 on the season. I just want to see Trevor Rogers, 23-year-old, crazy. Zimmerman for the Orioles, 4.2, 3 earned runs. It's a little bit back to what is expected from him. That first start of the season, he really came out firing. Now we got our only doubleheader of the night. This one was split between the Pirates and the Tigers. A battle of the basement in our power rankings, right? This one was 3-2 for the Pirates. No home runs again. Fulmer goes 4, 3 earned runs. Anderson on the other side, 2 earned runs. He goes 5. So both these guys don't even go whole. Interestingly enough, the Tigers bring in Skubal to close this one out. No, I guess he's no longer starting, or some teams just do crazy things in these doubleheaders. I don't read too much into it. I really do not like the new doubleheaders. I know some other people, we got to do it, but I don't like it. In Game 2, Tigers 5, Pirates 2. We had a home run from Goodrum and Schoop for the Tigers, and a home run from Evans, his 4th of the season for the Pirates. Otherwise, we're just going down. Turnbull goes the 5 innings pitch, gets the win, only the 1 earned run, and Yajuri, I don't know who this is. Miguel Yajuri, 22, young guy, getting his debut maybe. I don't know. Maybe someone knows that. But he gets 4 earned runs. They last 4 in a third, so they gave him a shot. He didn't get it done. Moving on, we got the Colorado Rockies now on a 2-game win streak at least against the Astros. The Astros dropped to 7-10. This is kind of interesting because they're like the opposite of how the A's have been. They started 5-0, 4-1, whatever, and they've fallen down. And then the A's are the opposite. They were getting smacked by the Astros, and then they skyrocketed up. But the Astros they're in trouble with the way things are going. They really need to get their players back. we do the injury update now, and I haven't seen what the issue is with them. But the Rockies get out to an early one here. Daza, it's his first home run of the season. I don't even we're starting to see some names I'm not familiar. Jonathan Daza, very new guy here. Looks like he was there for 2019. He's still been in Colorado. He didn't play for them last year, so interesting. But welcome to the team. On the other side, Gurriel hits his second home run of the season. Looks like a 3-run shot. Gomber, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. So this was like the big piece going back in the Arenado deal. He gets his first win of the season. And your Queedy on the other side, 4 earned runs, 5 innings pitched. His ERA is really up there, and the Astros are starting to look, oh no. Moving on, we got the win streak is now up to 11 games, and I don't know if you guys seen this one, but it ended in good, crazy fashion. There were runs all over the place. And I don't want to go too much into it because we tried to rip through this, but the 10th inning, bases loaded, ground ball, 2 out. Should have been closer at first base, I should say. He rifled it just like way left. Error ends up walking off this game. The Twins are now lost 5 in a row. And the A's have won 11 in a row. So they're going to be our first team that we get to do a 10-win video on, 10-win streak. So look for that, but we won't be doing it until this win streak's over. Olsen hits 2 home runs today. He's up to 6. Brown hits his 3rd. Donaldson hits his first of the season. And then Nelson Cruz on the other side hits 2, so he's up to 6. Byron Buxton hits his 6th as well. So we got a couple players in this game now up to 6. Pretty awesome. Kenta Maeda, 7 earned runs. Wow, not a good start for him. And on the other side, Colom gets the blown save and the loss in this situation. The Twins were up 2 going into the bottom of the 10th because this is an extra innings game. Frankie Montas, 6 earned runs, and both these starters got destroyed. I guess pitchers in general got destroyed. This probably the highest scoring game. Well, of both sides. I know one team's gotten more than 13, but if you combine this, it might get it done. I don't know. Moving on, we got the Nationals. They're starting to put it together, and they can really rely on Max Scherzer when he's on the mound. Look at this, 1-0. Max Scherzer's on the mound, and it's just 1 generated run in the second. Brad Hand comes in at the end, gets his 3rd save of the season, and we all know Brad Hand is a very solid closer, so I like what the Nationals have done. Scherzer only did 6 innings pitched, 9 Ks, but then this bullpen comes in, gets it done. A couple of these guys got a couple holds of the season, their saves of the season, so it looks like if they can get to their setup, the Nationals are decent. I think the tough part's going to be getting there or getting the run support. Carlos Martinez, now 0-4 on the season, but by far his best start of the season with only 1 earned run. But the poor guy, I think that's the first 0-4 I've seen going through all these every morning. Angels 7, Angels 4. This is just a fall apart. The Angels bullpen fell apart. This is probably 3rd, 4th time this season. Was it Iglesias? I don't even want to go down and look. It wasn't. But they were up. And one highlight from this was Ohtani hits his 1st home run of the season, and then he goes sprinting around the bases super fast. So that made the front page of a bunch of stuff. I thought it was pretty funny. He's a comedian, that guy. Trout hits his 6th of the season, Upton his 4th, Iglesias his 1st for the Angels. And then the Rangers, we got Garcia hitting his 3rd and Nate Lowe hitting his 5th of the season. It looks like they've really turned it to Nate Lowe over Guzman. Surprising a little bit, but is what it is on that. Fulte, 3 earned runs, 6 innings pitched. He's getting it better. He's getting it better since that. Well, he's had a couple bad starts, let's be honest. Quintana had a better start this time, 1 earned run. Still 4 walks is something to be concerned about, but he had 8 Ks. And then the Angels, they just blow it. They give it to Mayers here, who blew it overall. But the Angels have dropped to 9-7, and the Rangers continuing to keep pace with the middle pack of this division. They're they're not last. We all know who that belongs to. It's the Astros. Moving on, Brewers 4, Padres 2, and I think that completes the complete game sweep of the Padres, which is this is just going to shake up my power rankings. Like, if you've been following the power rankings and me and the standings this season, wow, they're probably due for a pretty big shakeup coming up this Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. I think it's maybe time to stop discounting the Brewers. I think I had them 18th or something crazy now, and I even made fun of MLB for having them in the top 5. So I think I might have to wake up and really give it to them now. Let's go start with the pitchers. Hauser doesn't go. Hauser seems to be the guy that breaks the streak. 4.2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, so 5 innings, 1 earned run or less, or 2 earned runs or less, or something, that streak that they keep doing, he always breaks it. Lamet makes his debut of the season. They keep him short. He only went 29 pitches. I don't know. I think he's in the injury update, so we'll check at that, what happened there, if he is. Then they just go with the bullpen, and the bullpen gives all the earned runs, really. I know the bullpen for San Diego is deep and good, but they used a lot of arms and they couldn't get it done on this side. On the other side, Milwaukee, they have great bullpen too. Looking at some of these names, they got Boxberger in there, and Hader, of course, we all know him. He comes in with the save. Overall, they get it done. Navarez, 3rd home run of the season. Peterson, his 2nd home run of the season, and none for the Padres. But Milwaukee, they're getting it done, and it's really a lot on their pitching. They're missing Yelich, which is a big deal for their offense, but the guys are getting it done. Small run, win games, and that's basically it. Moving on, this is the game that we talked about yesterday that was suspended in the 8th. So I'm not going to go really too much into it other than D-backs won. Bases were loaded when they were suspended, and yeah. So the D-backs end up closing that one out. Not going to go too much into that one. Braves 4, Yankees 1, and yeah, Riley hits his first home run of the season for the Braves. It's in the 9th, pretty meaningless. Yankees score their only run in the 9th. Otherwise, they were pretty much shut out, which, given that it's the Braves and how they've been this season, Kluber's still looking for his first win of the season. Ian Anderson's the pitcher of record for the Braves, 6.2, no earned runs, so good. He's probably been the best pitcher so far for the Braves this season. Kluber on the other side, 4.2, 2 earned runs, couple walks, only 2 Ks. Like, Kluber is definitely not himself right now. I guess we should have kind of expected that to possibly be the case, considering. But yeah, the Yankees they're a mess. I don't know if their pitching is going to be able to get them out of it, and so far their bats are not getting them out of it. Odor they bring in, and he's batting 120, so like a lot of issues here. A lot of issues with the Yankees. Going to possibly be a long season for them. Moving on, we got the D-backs 8, Reds 5, and this was just a prime example of the Reds falling apart down the stretch here. 3 earned runs in the 9th, followed by 5 in the 10th. So overall 8 in the, and they can't win because of it. The 3 earned in the 9th is just going to be a blown save, a loss for Perez here. I guess that blown save goes to Garrett. Amir Garrett, just it's tough because the Reds, these are the games the Reds need to win if they're going to be keeping pace in this division, and rough. M. Kelly, 3 earned runs over 5, and then the bullpen is pretty good for them. Is that Caleb Smith in their bullpen? It is. Damn, solid. I like to see that. Overall, and then we got base stealing. I always like to look at it with Arizona because they have the leader, but I think he's still injured. Van Meter hits a home run. It's the only one. It's in the 9th, and it's, I guess, the one that counts. 2 on, 1 out, 3-run bomb. And the Reds blow this one. Ugh. I don't know if maybe the Reds, their bullpen's coming down on earth, their pitching's coming back, but their offense still continues to at least put in the runs. So I'm not going to read too much into it on this given night. Next up, we have the Jays 6, Red Sox 3, and this was a big win for the Blue Jays. They really needed it. Happy camper over here. Vladdy Guerrero continues to just be a huge player. He's playing his way into possibly MVP talks at this time. 2 hits at 3 at-bats, and he had 2 walks, so he was on base 4 times yesterday. Big deal. Bogaerts hits his 2nd home run of the season for the Red Sox. But this is Garrett Richards for the Red Sox. 4.2, 4 earned runs. He continues to probably be the strugglingest pitcher for the Red Sox. Still looking for his first win. He's 6.48. So be on the lookout for something to be done there. Otherwise, the bullpen comes in and gets it done, except for the 9th. They give up a couple of runs, which is great insurance for the Jays. This one was a bullpen game for the Jays. They went Trent Thornton out of the gate, and then Tommy Malone, supposed to be the long relief, but he gives up a couple earned runs. Then they bring in David Phelps, so they're using all these starters along the way here. Then Ryan Barecki, and these are all ex-starters for them. And then they go back to their solid guys, Dolis and Castro, and they close the door. So the Jays win. A lot of injuries still in that pitching that they're waiting to hear back, and we'll get to the injury reports soon. Cubs 16, Mets 4. No longer. The Cubs offense is finally here, and they did it off the Mets. Highlight here, 4 errors for the Mets. That led to, I'm pretty sure the 7th inning was, 7-run inning was a pretty big part of that. Overall, Matt Duffy seems to be the guy getting the most hits here for them. We have Baez with a grand slam in this game. Lindor does hit his first home run of the season, so that's good. He's 3 hits, a little bit of highlight. He might be finally coming around. And Pete Alonso hits his 3rd of the season, so maybe some power coming together for the Mets. Otherwise, their bats are still a little bit slowed down, and the Cubs are like, all right, this Central is wide open with the St. Louis Cardinals now below 500, so we're sending the heat. 16 runs. Davies goes for 2 earned runs, and then David Peterson here. 3 earned runs, 3.1. So he only gets 3 earned runs, so only 11 of the 16 were earned on those 4 errors. Still, trouble. And then we go to the game of the night. The Royals 9, the Rays 8. And I thought this one was over pretty early, but clearly looking at the box score now, you see it was a lot closer than I thought. 4-0 right off the bat. I was like, oh no, here we go. You don't give the Rays a 4-0 lead, but Kansas City showed we can do it. They chipped away 2 runs, 1 run, and then in the 7th, they came out swinging, put up a 4-run spot. Kansas City, Hunter Dozier hits his 1st of the season, Solar his 2nd, Santana his 4th. Santana's been pretty clutch for them, other than that one drop ball a couple days ago. On the other side, Lowe is the only home run for the Rays. This one was really back and forth. It was pretty crazy. Waka, 3 earned runs, 5.2 innings, and then Junis on the other side. And then we go to the bullpens, and we got Castillo, who comes in, who's normally lights out for them. Just blowed and save, losing pitcher of record. And on the other side, we have a blown save from the Kansas City Royals as well. So in the 9th, Tampa Bay takes the lead, and then in the bottom of the 9th, the Royals walk them off with the 2 runs. Just a crazy game, back and forth. All that fun stuff, and there's some intense games last night, and some really high-scoring games, and then you got some really low-scoring games. But I guess that's how baseball works, right? LOL. Moving on, we got baseball injury report that I added here, just reading off MLB.com, really. Lamet, he made his debut. He pitched just 2 innings before he was removed. Right forearm tightness, so not good. He could possibly, maybe it's just a precautionary thing, right? That's what we hope. The Braves are dealing with a few injuries. Acuna, Max Fried, Smiley. Reports afternoon indicated there's a chance Acuna will be back in this series on Friday against the Diamondbacks, which was what they need, because that could be a really big boost for them against that series. Smiley will be activated from the injured list Saturday's game, but Fried still hasn't cleared to begin to throw. So they might be getting Drew Smiley back. Still missing Max Fried. Anthony Rendon took batting practice. Did not roll out. He'll come back this weekend. So I didn't know Rendon was out. So thank you, injury report. I didn't notice it. George Springer, he's still day-to-day, so they're hoping he might come back this weekend, but it's still unsure. I just want to see this man in a Jays uniform. Sano is out of the late night game of the doubleheader. Vocal about pain in his right hamstring, so that could be poor. Then when we look at the Phillies here, Gene Segura was added yesterday. We talked about that. Gregorius remains sidelined as well, so they got two of these key guys. We're not sure when they're going to be back. Urshela left yesterday's game, back tightness, so that could be concerning for them. Donovan Solano and Crawford for the Giants. Solano exited during yesterday's loss, calf strain. Crawford was just taken out of the game in the ninth. Precautionary tightness. Wouldn't read too much into it. Alfaro for the Marlins. He's on the 10-day DL. Mookie Betts. We talked about this. X-rays were negative. Betts was not in the lineup. They have no timeline for either of these other guys. Juan Soto, he's still there, and Starling is still there. So that basically is it. Welcome to Wake Up with Baseball. If this was your first time through, I wake up, I walk in here. It's 5:30 in the morning most of the times. We start filming this, and we just run through everything that's going on the day before, including injury reports. We're just tracking the season, enjoying the season. If you look more for just day-to-day baseball stuff, come here, leave your comments. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace.